everyone, I'm Hailey McDermott from Nano Interactive, and over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to share with you how making identity-free contextual targeting can positively influence attention. Now, I've always been told to make presentations personable and bring a little bit of you to life. And as the theme of this stage is attention, I thought I would grab yours in the best and only way I know possible. This is my dog, Luna. I know, she's adorable. She's a 2-year-old Cocker Spaniel, and for anyone that knows me, knows I'm obsessed with her. So of course I had to have her as part of today. This is a picture when she was a tiny puppy, and she was by far the best lockdown purchase I have ever made. Now, unfortunately, it's not all going to be about Luna today, but I will try to keep your attention as much as I can. Now, ask yourself a question. When you're looking at targeting new customers today, are you looking for Hailey, with an East London postcode, who signed up for Trailfinders newsletter 5 years ago, who bought 2 pairs of trainers several months ago, and who visited more property websites than physically normal? Or are you looking for Hailey, age 33, who flicks through wedding content on her lunch Monday to Friday, who indulges in her passion for interior design with Ideal Home Saturday and Sunday? The former example, in our privacy-first and soon-to-be cookieless world, looks increasingly difficult to target. How much has this information really told you about how to capture me in the moment with precision and really grab my attention? You have personal data, but not much in the way of usable real-time insight. The second example lays the foundation for modern contextual targeting. Being able to deeply understand the nature of the media environment you're advertising on, married with live real-time data, so device, time of day, location, you're able to understand to a far better degree what motivates or chimes with the end user. That insight allows you to deliver ads that are not only just targeted, but ones that resonate a lot deeper with the end user, triggering brand awareness and purchase intent that ladder up to attention. At Nano, we've been embracing advances in contextual analysis and AI that have allowed us to take a major step forward in driving better engagement and delivering campaigns that work better than ever. And as the IAS research reminds us, 72% of consumers say that brand perception of an online ad is impacted by the surrounding content of the page. Why not go a step further on your contextual targeting journey and overlay sentiment analysis on top of your bespoke live intent audiences? Imagine being able to do that regardless if the environment relied on cookies or not. By analysing the sentiment of the page before the ad is served, allows you to differentiate between positive, neutral, and negative attitudes. That way, ensuring brands are only displaying content that is optimum for them. Now, before I go into some examples, I'm going to just do a quick game with you all that explains how sentiment analysis works. So in front of you, you all should have cards that say higher and lower. Yeah? Perfect. So what I've done is I've taken some top headline news stories over the last couple of months that you'll all have heard about that had a shift in sentiment the very moment that it happened. Now, therefore, if you were advertising against this content, would impact your campaign. So the first example I'm going to give you is Will Smith altercation at the Oscars. So as you can see, at the time of that, the sentiment significantly changed to negative. So the next example I'm going to give you, which took over our lives a lot, was Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Do you think Amber Heard and Johnny Depp is higher or lower sentiment than Will Smith? Oh, we've got a mix, mostly saying lower. Okay. It was indeed higher, okay? So although we've seen a shift in sentiment, it wasn't quite as dramatic as the Will Smith altercation. So next, we have Elon Musk Twitter proceedings. Do you think Elon Musk is higher or lower than Amber Heard? We're a lot of higher. Okay, it's actually lower. So it had a significant shift to lower sentiment the very moment that this happened. The next one is monkeypox. Do we think monkeypox is higher or lower than Elon Musk? Higher, you're right. Woo! It is higher. And then last but not least, the Queen's Jubilee. Do you think higher or lower? Of course, higher. So the reason I highlighted these, all of them had a significant shift in sentiment. Being able to analyse this the very moment that it happens allows you to decide whether you want to optimise against this creative or if you want to take it out of your targeting completely. Another way that we're using sentiment analysis is around competitor conquesting. So the likes of like tech and auto are really wanting to target against negative content of their competitors. Now moving on to what we've seen in terms of engagement. Nano recently commissioned research across a number of campaigns that showed that users coming from blocked, non-cookied environments were more valuable to advertisers. We looked at brand recall, and we've seen that there was an increase in 93% ad recall from users found in blocked, cookieless spaces. That's in comparison to users targeted with the exact same parameters, but in cookied environments. Now, how can we translate all this knowledge into real-time optimizations for campaigns? In our bids to ensure that clients stay ahead of the game when implementing more meaningful metrics, we have developed a new tracking and optimization metric as a new measure of success. This is called time in view. Now, this allows us to optimize against how long a viewable creative is displayed. This is ever more important when you realize that consumers see around 4,000 media messages per day. We're starting to see this deliver a much more positive user engagement experience that influences attention. It also goes beyond your standard optimizations such as viewability, which brands have long known has limitations in terms of value. To back this up, in a recent campaign with Superbet, we were able to test the impact of optimizing towards attention using our time in view metric. This was versus our standard CTR. We measured the difference in brand uplift using a cookieless brand study. Results successfully showed that when optimizing to attention, we see an uplift across all key brand metrics. Results showed that when optimizing to attention, there was a 62% increase in brand awareness, a 58% increase in brand perception, and a 121% increase in brand consideration. Over the coming months, Nano will continue to dig deeper in driving attention by testing the impact of optimizing towards attention and measuring the effectiveness of delivering outside traditional cookied space. To summarise the session today, using deep contextual analysis overlaid with sentiment analysis allows you to match the tone of the ads with the web page and not only improve brand safety, but positively impact all brand metrics that link to attention. And secondly, optimising to new metrics, attention metrics such as time in view, delivers uplift across all three brand metrics. And finally, ask yourself, do you want to target house hunting, sun-seeking Hailey from 5 years ago? Or wedding planning, dog loving, interior enthusiast Hailey from today, whose online journey mirrors her moods and motivation as they happen today? I'll be around all day for questions if anyone has any. Thank you.
So, Hailey, thank you very much for that. It was really, really interesting. One of the things that people have been really talking about there is what do we have anything to fear? Do we have anything to fear from the end of the cookie? Because lots of people talk about this cookie apocalypse as if it's a really... Should we go up on the stage so that people can see you? So one of the things is people talk about, this cookie apocalypse is going to be terrible. You have to move. That's what the hand gestures were about all the time. Okay, so people talk in very apocalyptic terms about the end of the cookie. Your data suggests that perhaps we've got nothing to worry about in that. In actual fact, it might be better. We'd be better off without it.
Yeah, I mean, it's something we've been working on for the past 3 years. So we've been able to target cookieless users since 2-3 years ago. So it's something that we've been prepared for. So it's not something we're feeding. We're just trying to adapt to it and learn with it.
And then another question we've got here is about performance versus brand sort of stuff.
Yeah.
There's this idea that perhaps brand stuff could be for everyone, but it's absolutely essential that you have cookie targeting for the performance stuff. But your data again suggests that perhaps we should just stop worrying about, or is for both?
I wouldn't quite say that, but yeah, what we're trying to do, especially with attention, is look at the correlation between how long a user spends in an ad and how likely they are to convert. So we're trying to build that database just now. So when we do move into a cookieless world, we're already pre-prepared with our regular clients to be sure that we are driving these conversions based on how long they're spending on each ad.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for your time. That was
problem.
absolutely brilliant. And